This is KHQA News at 5, working for you.
Trick-or-treaters will fill neighborhoods such as this one on Halloween, but there might be someone in the area you need to know about. I'm Michael Pilarchi live in Quincy with that story straight ahead.
A new Speaker of the House marks a new era for Republicans. I'm Weijia Jiang on Capitol Hill with Paul Ryan's message to Congress coming up.
We'll have those stories in just a moment, but first we have breaking news out of Quincy tonight.
That's right. The trial of a man accused of killing his wife is now scheduled for January. Curtis Lovelace appeared in Adams County Court today, where his attorney asked a judge to continue the trial until January 25th. Now, a judge granted that request. A pre-trial hearing is set for December 22nd. Lovelace's attorney, Jeff Page, told the judge the defense has made progress in hiring an expert for the murder trial. He said that expert would not be ready in time by November 30th. The former Quincy School Board president and former Adams County Assistant State's Attorney is accused of suffocating his wife, Corey, on Valentine's Day in 2006. He's pleaded not guilty. 114, that is the number of registered sex offenders living in Marion County.
And that number could be a little frightening, especially with Halloween just days away. KHQA's Michael Pilarchi joins us live with more. And Michael, you spoke with Marion County Sheriff Jimmy Shin today. How do authorities plan to keep a close eye on sex offenders this weekend?
Ross Raja, it'll take teamwork. Sheriff Shin says multiple teams will go out in the county to make sure sex offenders aren't up to any tricks. Now, he says there's a long list of rules of what sex offenders have to go by, such as not turning the porch light on, not handing out any candy, and making sure they're not involved in any Halloween activities involving kids. Shin says monitoring sex offenders isn't what they have to do, but what they must do.
That we are number 3 county in the state of Missouri per capita of registered sex offenders. If I go back to the back, I'm back here for 2 or 3 hours.
Shin says if a sex offender gets caught participating, there's no easy way out. At 6, learn of the consequences one can face. Reporting live, I'm Michael Pilarchi, KHQA News.
All right, Michael, thank you for that. And Dave Holder sitting in now to take a look at the weather. A little overcast out there, a little cooler to go along with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool out there, and we've had that breeze. Doesn't make it feel that great out there, a little chilly, but the sun's trying to come out now. Temperatures at 49 degrees. We've been struggling to get up to near 50 degrees. Been in the 40s pretty much all day, and that wind out of the west-northwest right now at 14 miles per hour. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a breeze. And there are the temperatures across the tri-states, anywhere from the mid-40s to the lower 50s. Hannibal, the sun's been out a little longer today, and folks in our southern viewing area have seen those temperatures into the mid-50s. There's a satellite and radar. You can see a dividing line from the northwest to the southeast from those in our northeastern half that have seen those clouds and struggled to warm up today, with those people down in the southwest who have seen more of the sun and a little bit of warmer temperatures. Now, we do have frost advisories to tell you about for our far western counties. The rest of us aren't under those frost advisories because we've already had a frost earlier this year. We'll drop to 38 degrees here in Quincy. It's going to be a chilly night. We'll clear out. That'll allow those temperatures to drop, but the winds will die down as well. And tomorrow we're going to wake up with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Definitely want to wear a jacket as you step outside. Those winds will be on the calmer side, and we'll warm up to the mid to upper 50s tomorrow with more sunshine. There's rain on the way, and I'll tell you about it. My full forecast coming up in a bit.
That sunshine makes you feel a little warmer no matter what the temperature is.
It's a nice little reprieve from all the cold out there.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, heading into the cold winter months, you might notice a cold draft coming through your home or even higher utility bills. The Northeast Community Action Corporation wants to help with that. NECAC is offering a weatherization program to make your home more cost-effective. If you are eligible, NECAC will help determine the problem areas in your home that need to be fixed. Contractors then will help you install new insulation, windows, doors, even a furnace. Henry Steiben says he cannot thank NECAC enough for helping him cut his utility bill in half.
Anything about NECAC is a blessing. Right. I've been over to their main headquarters. I've been involved with Compassion because there's a lot of folks that need help, but what they've brought to the table is beyond. They make it happen.
Now, a recent study shows weatherization can help cut a home's energy costs by 11% each year. If you would like to apply for the weatherization program, just call your local NECAC office.
Now, speaking of the weather, it has not been kind to Chaddock and Quincy, but the organization says it's confident its new school will open on time despite 20 days of work lost because of rain. The school still is expected to enroll students for the 2016-2017 school year. Crews already have poured 1,500 yards of concrete. Now they're working on laying water and sewer lines and a new parking lot. President and CEO Debbie Reed says she's excited about having a larger school to serve area communities.
By having a larger school, we're going to be able to serve more children from throughout our community who are in need of some special education services that we can uniquely provide. And so we're going to be able to expand our capacity and serve more children, grade school through high school.
Now, once foundation work is complete, crews will begin laying down floors and installing a roof and windows.
Officials say a space heater caused a Keokuk house fire yesterday. No one was home when the fire broke out at 214 North 9th Street. There was heavy fire damage to the first floor, moderate fire damage to the second floor, and attic space, and heavy smoke and water damage throughout. Congressman Paul Ryan of Wisconsin, is now officially the 62nd Speaker of the House.
Ryan won the position in a full vote by House members this morning. Weijia Jiang is on Capitol Hill with those details.
The Speaker-elect, Paul D. Ryan of the state of Wisconsin.
Paul Ryan was enthusiastically greeted by his colleagues after they elected him to become the next leader of the House of Representatives.
My friends, you have done me a great honor.
And now the work begins.
We need to make some changes, starting with how the House does business. We need to let every member contribute, not once they've earned their stripes, but now.
Republicans elected Ryan because he's viewed as someone who can unite their fractured party, something outgoing Speaker John Boehner was not able to do, and it cost him his job.
I leave with no regrets, no burdens. If anything, I leave the way I started. I'm just a regular guy, humbled by the chance to do a big job.
Some hardline conservatives say Boehner didn't fight hard enough for their values. Perhaps it was to them that the speaker offered this advice.
Yes, freedom makes all things possible, but patience is what makes all things real. So believe in the long, slow struggle.
Boehner leaves office after serving 25 years in the House. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now, Boehner angered many conservatives when, as one of his last acts as Speaker, he pushed through a compromise budget deal that helps avoid a government shutdown for the next 2 years.
If you think trick-or-treating is for the birds, think again. I'm Karina Mitchell, and I'll tell you why it may be a dog's life when it comes to celebrating Halloween.
Watching KHQA News at 5. Working for you.
A new animal shelter is on the way to Pittsfield thanks to a $670,000 grant. It comes from the Richard L. Gray Charitable Trust Fund. Gray was a Perry, Illinois farmer and animal lover who died in 2005. Well, the new facility will be named after Gray and will feature a new electronic air filtering system and central wash system. The larger facility will house more medical exam rooms, stalls for dogs and cats, and a more private environment for adoption opportunities.
It's going to mean everything to us. It will be state of the art, and the animals will have much better housing, and we're hoping we'll have more people come out with a nicer facility to be able to adopt.
The Gray Perpetual Charitable Trust Fund also has donated to the Pike County and Western Illinois fairs for livestock support. Well, many of you pet owners probably are excited to dress up your furry friend for Halloween.
You gonna dress up your dog?
Absolutely.
I had a feeling you might. Well,
yeah.
Owners are spending more and more money to get them dressed for the occasion. Karina Mitchell reports.
It was a super day for pets at this Halloween costume contest at a Petco store. A devil dog showed up, and so did the Pope.
I thought it was a good costume for her, and she's Italian.
Holly the Havanese came dressed as a shopaholic.
She went to all the best stores.
Even a cat got in on the act.
We did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Halloween pet parades are being held across the country, and you'll find every kind of costume, from this hot dog hanging in some fries to a popular presidential candidate. The National Retail Federation predicts 20 million Americans will drop an estimated $350 million on costumes for their pets this year.
How much do you think you spent on your pet's costume for Halloween?
I spent about $30.
Probably about $100.
Halloween has evolved into a major consumer holiday. Now some businesses are finding unique ways to attract a new breed of customer. Petco holds these contests to promote their line of costumes.
They see they could dress their pet up just as nice as if the pet was a person.
First place went to this patriotic pup dressed as a Marine. But Nina Rappaport says it doesn't matter who wins or loses. It's about including your pet in the fun.
You think of her more as a pet or a family member?
Oh, definitely a family member. She has no idea she's a dog.
Karina Mitchell for CBS News, New York.
Now, if you're dressing up your pet for Halloween, we want to see your pictures. Just post them on our Facebook page or email them to us, and you could see those tomorrow on KHQA This Morning. Well, also for Halloween, local police departments are urging drivers to be extra cautious this weekend. The Quincy Police Department asks you to drive well under the speed limit on Saturday while children are out and about trick-or-treating. They also ask that you not pass other drivers and pay extra attention on the roads because there's a good chance kids aren't paying attention while they're going from house to house. And finally, like every other day of the year, don't use your cell phone while driving.
Turning topics now, exercise is beneficial for everyone, particularly for young diabetics for several reasons. But some diabetics worry about participating in sports because of the possibility of low blood sugar. In today's Health Minute, Jim Morelli gets some advice on how to minimize your worry.
Shin guards, cleats, shorts, and socks, standard issue equipment for soccer, but 13-year-old Daniel Biondo needs one more thing to play, an insulin pump. Daniel has type 1 diabetes, a condition in which the body ceases to produce insulin. It means a lifetime of carefully monitoring blood sugar levels and then injecting the proper amount of insulin.
What happens to the blood sugar really depends on the type of exercise a child participates in, the intensity of the exercise, the duration of the exercise.
No matter what the sport, the main goal is always the same, to prevent hypoglycemia or low blood sugar, which, when severe, can be fatal. To prevent hypoglycemia, diabetes experts recommend athletes check blood sugar levels before, during, and after games or activities, have high carbohydrate snacks or sugar tablets on hand, and know the symptoms of hypoglycemia.
Typically, signs of low blood sugar would be shakiness, pale, sweaty.
Despite the precautions, neither father nor son wants diabetes to take center stage in soccer.
The teamwork, that feeling of competitiveness, sportsmanship at the end of the game when they're kind of, shaking hands and appreciating each other and having fun.
In Boston, Jim Morelli for CNN.
There's rain in the forecast, and I'll show you if it affects trick-or-treating. That's coming up next.
Watching KHQA News at 5, working for you.
Well, not all things creepy and crawly have to do with Halloween. Bed bugs are an ever-growing problem in homes. Rod Becks with O'Donnell's Termite and Pest Control talked all about those pests today at the Quincy Public Library. Now, bed bug infestations have reached epidemic levels in some areas, and treatment, it can be costly. Bed bugs can happen in any home or business, no matter how clean, since they are an equal opportunity pest.
Bed bugs doesn't mean you're dirty, filthy. Bed bugs can happen, it happens in all walks of life. It happens in motels, it happens in homes. The cleaner you are, it helps control them, definitely, clutter and everything. You can get around better, but you're not filthy dirty because you got bed bugs.
Early detection of bed bugs allows you to take those preventative measures quickly to minimize the likelihood of an infestation.
Now, your exclusive 7 Storm Team forecast.
Yeah, no sleep tight weather view takes us to a look at 36 in state, and well, I see a little bit of blue sky there as the sun starts to wind down. Had a lot of clouds earlier today, but well, some of the area got some of the sunshine earlier, and well, we warmed up things a little bit. Here in Quincy, however, we did not make it to the 50s. We were stuck in the 40s all afternoon, and our official high was 49 degrees. That's 11 degrees below our average. Our low 35 degrees. Just a few degrees below our average, a little bit on the chilly side tonight, but not as chilly as that record low back in 1952 at 18 degrees. Allergy report, yeah, the mold spore count, it is at at a high concentration level, moderate concentration of weed pollen out there as well. We'll look at the Macomb Skycam. You guys looking like you still have a lot of clouds above there. At 46 degrees is that temperature. The winds have been pretty gusty today as well. It's come down a little bit, but still out of the west at 10 miles per hour. And we look across the tri-states. Yeah, the northern half of the tri-states has really seen that cloud cover, while the southern and western folks have seen more sunshine today. That temperature did climb up into the mid-50s in Hannibal. It's at 52 degrees right now, but in Macomb, the cool spot at 46 degrees. Out to the west in Kirksville, sunshine at 61. Now, we do have to talk about some frost advisories for our far western counties. We're going to get a little chilly tonight with those clearing skies. The rest of us, we've already had the frost, so that's why those advisories hasn't been issued for us. Now, the satellite radar, you can kind of see the dividing line where the clouds are. Clouds still filtering in from the northwest. More sunshine back to the south and the west here. Still seeing those clouds, however, from the northeast there. There they are filtering in from the north. Well, eventually high pressure is going to start to really take over from the west here. It's going to build in. That really will clear our skies overnight tonight, and it will let that temperature drop. By tomorrow afternoon, high pressure should still influence our day. We'll get those southwesterly winds, and that'll warm us up a few degrees to the mid to upper 70s or 50s tomorrow. We will look to the southwest, however, and another surface low is going to start to develop. That's going to mean more rain chances starting late Friday night into Saturday. Now, everyone, I think, is going to see rain Saturday. However, we're going to figure out the timing for trick-or-treating. I think we might start to clear out just in time for sundown and trick-or-treating Halloween night. So keep your fingers crossed that we can get this out of here. There will be some cloud cover, but I think that hopefully that rain will end up getting out of the way. Now, we do have, like I said, a good chance for everyone seeing that rain on Saturday. Temperatures will only get up to the mid-50s. By Sunday, a much different story. Lots more sunshine and temperatures much warmer into the mid-60s. Now, lows tonight will flirt again with freezing. Much like last night, we'll get down into the low to mid-30s across the board. High temperatures tomorrow, we'll get up into the mid to upper 50s. A little warmer than today with those winds dying down, starting to move out of the southwest, and lots more sunshine. So, summarizing things here, it looks like we got a good chance for showers moving into the area late tomorrow night, although tomorrow I think we'll see more of the sun. Of course, we do have our Quincy Truman State game on Saturday. That local broadcast brought to you by our sponsors Pepsi. Looks like it might be on the wet side because it is an 11 a.m. kickoff, and I do expect rain showers during the day on Saturday, hopefully again. And I think right now it'll clear out for trick-or-treating Halloween evening. And then we get to put the clocks back Saturday night into Sunday, which means an extra hour of sleep for most of us. That's great news. And a little bit of a warm spell coming up next week with temperatures getting up into the 70s.
All right. We are all excited about, most of us are excited about the extra hour of sleep. Thanks, Dave. Well, Lenny Bart joins us in the house tonight. He's not dressed as a zombie like last week, but he is armed and dangerous. We are going to talk with him, and you're going to be safe on the other side of the TV screen next on KHQA News at 5.
We're watching KHQA News at 5, working for you.
Welcome to this week's edition of Bart's Beat, and we are talking about Macbeth, and Lenny is letting me carry his sword. He is going to be in Macbeth at the Washington Theater tomorrow night. I'm excited.
One night only. It's a concert reading, meaning we have scripts in hand, and we have some very minor staging, some lighting effects, some sound effects, suggested costumes, some shadow play on a backdrop, in the great space of the Washington Theater, which is perfect for a Halloween reading. And the biggest thing I want to say about this is, though, it's really a fundraiser for the Washington Theater itself. All funds and proceeds will be going to that organization to help them keep it up and do minor renovations until they can do the big major ones.
If you haven't been into the Washington Theater lately, now's your chance, and you need to see it because it's breathtaking. And you know, I hadn't been in it in a long time. They have done such great work inside there, and you know, preserving the historical features. So that's very cool.
It is, and starting at 6:30, there'll be tours that are free, that you can get a little tour of it, and then you can see the show. And then we have a great after party, which is only additional $5, and we have Avenue B playing, and that's over at O'Griff's Brewhouse. Great. A chance to hang around with the cast, ask them some questions, and hobnob with some of the people that are involved with this.
You always bring along a party. Well, let's talk about music, because there's a concert coming up we need to tell you about.
Well, and this is the Quincy Concert Band, and it's called Pictures. That's their theme. So, for instance, the influence that pictures may have on musicians and vice versa. So, like Mazursky's Pictures at an Exhibition is the main theme piece that they have. And the thing I love about this is it performs at the Morrison Theater, which is just a phenomenal performance space. The acoustics are incredible. It's just beautiful, and it's a free event. It's free because the patrons who make donations to that organization allow that to happen. So,
nice.
Yeah, thank you. And anyone can be a patron. Hello.
That's great.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful concert. They only do a few a year, so this is a good one, and that is the first at 2:30 at the Morrison Theater.
And that is this Sunday already, November 1st.
I know.
Well, let's talk about the Woodland Cemetery Tours, which is also going to take place on November 1st.
That starts 3 in the afternoon, and they have certain tours that go just from 3 to 4, then from 5 to 7, they're on every 15-minute increments. It's a very popular tour, so they do recommend that you make a reservation for it. It's about a 50, 60-minute walk. Bring nice shoes. This particular one's the northwest segment of the cemetery, which is a nice paved road, but still sometimes they take you off the beaten path. And if you're coming when it starts to get dark, a good idea to bring a little lantern or flashlight or something just to help you see the way. But it's a beautiful, beautiful cemetery.
It is.
And some damage from the storm, but they've done a lot of repairs, and it's certainly safe for this walking tour.
Lenny, it's always a pleasure to see you. You always bring a lot of fun events for the Tri-States.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. A chilly day out there in the Tri-States, and it looks like that I hope you have a very warm Halloween costume. That's what I hope.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly. Well, it's been a little chilly out there today with that cloud cover. We didn't get up into the 50s. The official high was 49 degrees in Quincy. It's been a little while since we've seen that. Well, tomorrow we're going to sneak up into the mid to upper 50s, so a little bit warmer tomorrow, and then some rain comes in, and looks like it's going to be a soggy start to your Saturday. Of course, we have that football game. It's going to be on the west side, so if you're heading out to that, make sure you bring umbrella or a jacket, and then hopefully, we can dry out. I think we'll get that rain out of here by trick-or-treating time Saturday evening. And then Sunday, more sunshine. Those clocks go back and temperatures warm up. We're going to get into the lower 70s for highs coming up at the beginning of next week. And then it looks like our next chance for rain will be late next week. So a little bit of tranquil weather in there.
And a lot of the burn bans have already been lifted, so that's good.
That's good. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in 30 minutes.